all around me. I look like I'm the man. Yeah, but I was counting out like last week. Tell me, where have you been? Yeah, you're not a hiding girl. Don't act like I'm your man. I'm just a fan. You don't hold ring. No, no, no. Don't hold no ring. Yeah.
Dirty ass, smelling ass nigga with a sick ass mouth and a slick ass flow. Got your bitch around me, nigga, and I'm playing when I'm coming for the kitty. Got my folk goddamn. Do it for my niggas and the ghost right there. Do it for my niggas and the ghost right now. Niggas got killed for the boy, living dreams in the hills, and they watching for the boy right now. Goddamn, by the time what a year. We are what them young boys feel. I kill, never be killed. That's real, no lie. You can tell it from my peers right now. Don't you wanna fuck me now? Don't you wanna love me down? Girl, you can't tie me down like Ray J said, but no, I'm down. Freaky nigga, show me something. Shake it like you owe me something. Push it on the pussy like a button. Came for a time, fake time, still getting rowdy in the function. Bitches on my dick like it's nothing. Everywhere I go now, always got shit jumping.
Hey, nice to meet. Hey, who you be? Down the east and southeast. Dollar clap into this beat.
Another one for the books. For the books. When people leave you, you have the option to level up. And this kind of goes into the making her regret it thing. This kind of connects, right? So you can level up after people get rid of you, you know, cut you out of their life. You have the option. Well, now I'm just going to work on myself. Now I'm just going to level this up, level that up, level this up, grind this, grind that. And I would say just right off the bat, guys, this is probably a pretty high tier one. It's probably a pretty high tier one because this is going to get you in that abundance mind state, right? Because what intrinsically happens, someone leaves you and then you decide, okay, I'm going to just level up from here, is that you start to expect more from yourself. And then when you expect more from yourself, you start to expect more from a potential new relationship partner as well. And you start to expect more from your friends. And then you start to expect more from your family. And your standards just rise and rise. And in my eyes, having that abundance mindset is what's going to set us apart from everyone, like 99% of people in life. Because everyone's so scared to lose everything, you know, to not be enough. For something, someone, some opportunity that comes up or something like that. And you, the person who has just been left and is now leveling up, are going to feel like you can get anything. Like you're on the trajectory to obtain literally anything. Because that exponential power that you have, whatever you're leveling up, whether it's like cooking skills or like valuable like weather skills or anything, like it's going to really transform your life. But I'd say it's pretty high tier. It's pretty high tier. It's relatively high tier in the grand scheme of things. If you want to look at different methods of coping, you know, coping with any kind of loss, just working on your own attributes, maybe gaining a new skill, grinding a new profession, if you will. Sometimes it can be as simple as just, you know, applying for new jobs, finding new opportunities within your own realm. Can be very powerful, very powerful. But this is going to basically just teach you that whatever you see is for you. You know, once we take one step up the stairs, you realize that, you know, to get all the way up the stairs, I just have to do that 8,000 more times. And then you realize that wasn't really that painful to take that one step. So 8,000 more of these, I could probably do it. I could probably do it. I could probably make it through. Yeah, so that's a good one. That's a wise one, I'd say. we could really go into deeper realms with that, because I am playing an MMO right here. So, you know, we could go way deeper into that, but I'll leave it there. Leveling up, pretty high tier, pretty good thing to do when you lose people. But yeah, this kind of relates to leveling up as well. You could become a gym cell when you lose them. You could become a gym cell, and I'd say this is relatively high tier, not as high tier as the levels, right? Not as high tier, but it's still pretty good because it's one frame of mind, one frame of leveling up. You know, I'd say to truly make this good, you have to combine it with other things. But honestly, if you're a guy who hasn't like worked out a day in his life, and you know someone breaks up with you and you become a gym cell, I feel like that's a pretty good evolution. You know, it's pretty good evolution. You know, and this is because everyone needs to be well, they just need to have something to grind, something to train. I feel like if there's no reason for you to get up early in the morning, you're not just gonna automatically do it. And waking up early in the morning is definitely a cheat code. Definitely a cheat code to get things done. And I don't know anybody who wants to wake up and just not fulfill anything their entire day. So if you do want to get things done, if you want to be done with your day by noon, become a gym cell, and the mornings will just naturally come to you. I don't know what it is about exercise, for me at least, but exercise and drinking will always get me up early in the morning, every time. Like if I exercise the day before, or if I drank the night before, I'll always get up. It'll be before 7, before the sun gets up, essentially. I'll always be up. No mistaken, you know, I never miss a day. Sometimes I do stay in the bed though, because, you know, the good old thief of procrastination will always get me, but I have ways of tricking myself into jumping out of bed. Usually has to do with the toilet, but yeah. Either way, becoming a gym cell, it's good. It's always good to be healthy too, guys. You know, I don't care how fit you think you may seem, you know, or how you don't care about your dad bod or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But usually exercise does us good, unless you're already some kind of crazy bodybuilder and someone broke up with you and you're like, I'm gonna hit the gym even harder. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe that's not the right solution. But nevertheless, you know, it's something. It's a coping mechanism, and I'm not gonna knock you for taking action, because a lot of people don't. A lot of people just wallow in their misery, you know, and just do some dumb shit like drive a car into a ditch or slash some tires. I did say that as well earlier in the video. They slash tires a lot. But when you become gym rats, you realize you don't need that. You just need muscle. And it releases a lot of dopamine too. A lot of good dopamine. Because there's good dopamine and bad dopamine. Dopamine that's going to propel you forward, and dopamine that's going to hold you back, essentially. And the gym one, it's a little bit of delayed gratification. But I don't know about you guys. Whenever I walk out and I'm sore as hell, you know what I'm saying? My arms feel a little droopy and shit. It felt pretty good. It felt pretty good. It's like a little medal of honor, if you will. You know, it's like, ah, man, I fucking made it through that gym day. I made it through that whatever. Feels nice. So, becoming a gym rat, mid-tier certainly. I'd say if you want to do a gym rat thing, combine it with the leveling up. Do gym rat shit, but learn a new skill. Get your finances up. Become a better yapper. You know, make a YouTube channel on working out or something. I don't know, but find a way to monetize or skillitize it. You know, maybe working out is your new skill. I don't know, but it's not bad. It's definitely not a bad option for sure, for sure. Another one. We're gonna start going over to the kind of bad ones here. Another one is watching red pill content. Oh boy, here we go. I do watch a lot of this stuff. I do watch a lot of the dating videos, the red pill content, the TikTok compilations of girls just crashing out and telling their bop lore. I do watch that. I do watch that. It's not the result of anything. I just kind of enjoy it for entertainment purposes. But it's also good to learn. I feel like if you're interested in dating at all, you should at least be aware of it. And be aware of the general dating landscape, dating culture that we have here in America today. But yeah, I would rate this one, watching red pill content to get over a breakup. It's pretty superficial. It's pretty superficial, and it's kind of like putting a rug over a hole. You know, if you step too deep in there, you're gonna fall in that bitch. You're gonna fall in that bitch, bruh. So I would recommend maybe like find one creator or so. And when you're watching these red pill content videos, you have to consciously consume it. So I would say, watch a video minimum of 2 times and take some notes. Take some notes. And these notes should be very directed. So some things that you should take note of in these videos. What are the girls looking for in relationships? And what are they providing? And then I would go really deep into the reasons for breakups, because that's what a lot of people do. They break up and then they put it on TikTok and they put the reason there. Or, sometimes these dating coaches will be like, here's how you don't get single. And I would say just knowing the tactics that they use, very beneficial if you're trying to get back into the dating game. But that's what red pill content is kind of for. It's for getting back into the dating game. It's not for, watering your plants and being like, I'm so sad. No, this is for jumping back in there with just more knowledge. So I would hold off on this for a little bit. Once again, just like the making her regret it one, if you really want to watch a bunch of red pill content videos, it's going to be really hard to stop your algorithm once you watch like 1 or 2. But if you can stop yourself, if you can block all the videos, I would say wait 3 to 6 months, and then you can go deep into the rabbit hole and do all the bullshit and blah blah blah. I don't know. Then you can jump down the rabbit hole all you want. You'll be completely cleansed. Cleansed, I say. Cleansed, I say. That's a good little timeline for yourself. I think you need time to just decompress and just think about what you specifically did, what they specifically did, instead of attaching it to a bunch of different anecdotals about how terrible guys are, how terrible girls are. You can't just analogize yourself to death with all the scenarios of how it could have gone right or what it would have been if I was with this girl or whatever. You can't do that. You can't do that. You're gonna drive yourself crazy, especially when it's so fresh. I know from my experience, watching the red pill content kind of makes me want to reach back out. It kind of does. It kind of makes me want to say, well, they didn't do it like this. I didn't do it like this. What if I do this? I could get her back. It starts putting you in that mindset, which is why I say you need that like cool off time. You need the cool down hours to really tell yourself you just don't need them. In that it's a fact. It's factual, no actual. You are completely, entirely unneeded of their love, unrequiring of their love. You gotta make it known. You gotta make it known because if you don't, something will probably rope you back in, you know. Oh, let me back, oh, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta make sure. I mean, that's the thing though. With me, whenever whenever a breakup has happened and it's usually pretty bad, it's usually pretty substantial in the separation. I always want it to stay that way. I've never gotten back with an ex. I've never even like really had a long conversation with one, honestly. And that's by choice. Um it's not like they've ever reached out to me mostly, but whenever I do, it's usually for closure. Just like a good sentence, good couple paragraphs just to say, you know, we're good, hope you're good, peace out, you know? One of those, but I usually don't look at the separation for more rekindling, but I think that's just because I haven't found someone that I actually care to connect with personally like that. Which is fairly sad, but you know, it'll happen eventually. Who knows? Probably, I don't know. But I'm cool with being alone for the rest of my life. I've actually made peace with that, which I think is an important step in finding your true soulmate. I think you have to make peace with the fact that they may never come, and you're so cool with yourself that you do not mind, because a lifetime with yourself would be just as fun, if not more fun than, you know, having someone that I don't truly value around me for no reason. But if you are watching Red Pill content with the idea to get back together because they were the soulmates, I would say, yeah, take those notes. And I would still say, even, you know, if you're watching the Red Pill content immediately and you're like, I'm gonna get him back, still wait as long as you can. I know it's hard, but as long as you motherfucking can, just wait. Just wait, you know? And the longer you wait, they might come running back to you. You never know. Relationships are super weird like that, so. But silence and patience are your strongest allies in that respect. If you are dying to rekindle something. Distance can attract people way more than you think, you know? So, yeah. We only got a few more left here. We have about, oh my goodness, there's about 10 minutes left in this video here. It's a long one. I'm probably going to split it up into parts. Oh my goodness, that was a good stretch. Haven't done my stretches yet this morning. Okay, got a little something to do. Another coping mechanism when you lose everyone that matters to you. Crying it out, baby, crying it out. Now, this is actually a pretty powerful one. This I would say goes in the hyperbolic time chamber. Because crying it out can do a lot of things. Crying it out can produce a lot of the benefits from the last shit that I just talked about. You know, from a couple of the other shits I just talked about, actually. Crazily enough, crying it out actually releases a lot of dopamine in us, especially us guys, because guys don't really have too many reasons to cry or too many outlets to cry. So losing a relationship is a pretty good reason. Losing an opportunity to see someone or an opportunity to laugh with someone is a pretty valid reason to get the tears out. And we don't have the opportunity to a lot. I know sometimes I have like movies, you know, like I watch Hamilton. Hamilton makes me cry. Hamilton. And then Rent as well. I'm a musical guy. I just realized that's both of these fucking musicals, man. Fucking crazy. But yeah. The tears release a lot of stress from us, because when you lose something like that, it's like putting a backpack on your ass, you know, like putting a backpack full of cinder blocks on your ass, and you know you gotta shed some of that weight. So the tears the weight from the cinder blocks comes out of your eyes through droplets, and it's going to release a lot of sad energy that you have within you. It's going to feel very cathartic, and honestly, it can jump you ahead, like maybe 3 or 4 months within the grief process. I think there's the 7 stages of grief. I'm pretty sure the sadness and the tears can jump you ahead like 3 or 4 stages. If you have like a really good, like you're really getting your heart out in this cry, it's good. It's good. So guys, remember when you have this huge breakup, huge time, you know, being alone or whatever, utilize your alone time. If you have something that you know is going to make you cry, like a really sad movie, you want to watch a really sad YouTube video, I would say go for it. Go for it, especially if it's fresh. Especially if it's fresh. This is a very wise thing to do if you're out of a fresh breakup, because the crying will stop you from doing something drastic. Because the energy it takes to cry is a lot. It'll tire you out. You know, if it's a really good cry, you might go to sleep afterward. But it'll stop you from, you know, doing the crazy shit. You know, car into ditch, slash tires, all that stuff. It'll stop you from summoning a crazy genie like these girls. So, yep. Back to the story just a little bit here. Basically, the genie was supposed to grant us a wish, and then so her wish is to bring all the adults back. We didn't know nobody knew she's gonna wish for that, and she's very sad. She wants the adults back, and this genie's like, "Whoo, hilarious! I don't give a fuck about the adults. I'm about to kill all y'all and eat your babies. Well, not your babies, but you are babies." Yada yada yada. And then she's looking at this guy. He's like, "Wait, I thought you were a good person. You weren't evil." And he's like, "Well, actually, I'm with this guy, and I'm dancing." So now we have to fight these guys. They were not helping us this entire time. We went all the way to the top of that fucking tower to get the damn butterfly for these guys to be evil. Oh, jeez. No worries, though. We're detached. So yeah, that's crying it out. And then the second to last one here. Taking time alone. This is a good one. So this kind of goes into introspection and crying it out and all that stuff. I mean, you can cry it out with another person, but definitely goes to introspection here. Excuse me. My breath's out here. I think introspection and taking time alone is a very, very important part of the cleansing progress. You know, the relationship freeing process. And the reason why is because what are you without this person? You are alone. So you have to take back your control, take back your responsibility, because before you were responsible for their well-being in some respect. I mean, like, you weren't responsible for their happiness, but just, you know, just for their well-being, just to make sure they were okay. And now you are no longer responsible for that, right? So how to take stock of this new lack of responsibility is not to fill the void. It's to just take that time and really see what you value by yourself. Because when we take time alone, oftentimes it's for what matters to us. And if you don't have that one thing that matters to you, once again, go back, look at the purpose building part. I'm gonna make another one too. Don't worry, guys. Because we can always make these episodes better. But Go back to your purpose. Go back to what really matters to you in life. And when you can go back there and truly see the changes that have happened, and truly go in and find value in what you maybe purposely didn't have a lot of time for because of them, you might be a little bit happier. You might be a little bit happy. You might be like, man, I forgot how much I love to do this. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Of course, you don't want to bury those feelings of the person you used to love deep inside. So you want to put those feelings of that love, of that unrequited, if it is unrequited, or anger from having to delete them from your life, essentially. You want to take that energy, put it into the passion, put it into whatever you're working on, put it into whatever you need to do in your life, whether it's a job, whether it's an annoying exercise, or whatever. You have to put it into that, and only then will you find peace. Only then will you find peace. So it's not just taking time alone. It's taking time alone to convert your energy, to become a live energy converter. Right? And energy conversion is no joke, guys. With some converted energy, you can make some magic happen. I'm telling you. So don't knock the style, the flows. You can put your mind to it, and when you have that time alone, you can accomplish a lot. Even if you're not really trying to, you can accomplish a lot by yourself. Of course, there's always more to get done when we're with people, but don't discount how powerful an individual is. So, we're almost done here, by the way. I'm just going to the storage to get rid of some of my items. And then we're going to go to the church to pray with the kiddies. Let all the kiddies know we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And the last one I have for you guys, I feel like this is the most important thing. The most important thing for a breakup here. And this is mostly for my guys, mostly for my fellas. This has mostly been a male charged video, but I've had some, times to connect with the ladies and whatever. But this one's mostly for my fellas. This last one, mostly for my fellas, right? So, when people leave you, you can cope by only choosing a woman who chooses you first. Come on, man. See, like, the thing is, a lot of the times, we're just trying to fill a void. Even if it's not right after a breakup, we're still just trying to fill a void. We just got slots to fill. We got a roster. We got empty party members. We're just trying to fill a slot, guys. So the thing that you have to remember is, no matter how lonely you are, no matter how desperate you are, no matter how luxurious you think your life is, how great you think you are. Let's turn this around the other direction. No matter how fucking fantastic you think you are, nothing's gonna change their opinion if it's already low of you. It's already low. You're probably going to sit in the low realms. And if you have to grind up to get to a higher opinion, just know that feelings can fluctuate and you can go right back down to the bottom again. So the thing is, if you're not already chosen, you're frozen. You know what I'm saying? And that really makes a lot of sense now that it's 27 fucking degrees outside. That's crazy. Is my computer accurate? My computer's probably not accurate. Actually, it says 31 degrees. It says 31 degrees on my phone, but goddamn. What is going on? Yeah, that's the thing, guys. Attraction levels, they do fluctuate. But you never want to start from a deficit. You never want to start from a deficit. I mean, like, let's just be real here. If we're playing a fucking football game and you jump into the field and it's 37-0, you don't want to be on that field. You do not want to be on that field. Everyone's looking at you awkward. You know, like you're drooping your head down so people don't see you. Like but if you go conversely, you know, if it's 0-0 or you know you're up, it's a very favorable playing field. So especially when we are just being released from a previous attachment, we don't want to give ourselves more self-esteem issues by chasing after something that doesn't want us. And it's not that they don't want us. It's just that we are not for them. You're not for that person. You don't belong to them. You don't belong to anyone. But that's just not your turn. It's not your area. Not your area of expertise. And you have to realize that it comes with a lot of hubris and self-awareness. Hubris. What's the opposite of hubris? Modesty, I suppose. And of course there is a way you can go over the line with this and, you know, not sense the attraction from people who are attracted to you. But I feel like it's better to go in that direction, and spend more time working on yourself, more time introspecting yourself over and doing a couple of these other ones, beforehand to sort of get yourself in the right frame of mind. Because yeah, damn guys, a lot of people really aren't nowadays when they start things. So yeah, you know, if you're like, maybe this could, nope, work on yourself more. You're not done. And that's the funny thing about life. We're never going to be done working on ourselves. We're constant masterpieces on our way towards unobtainable perfection. So if you look at it that way, you realize that truthfully, no one's going to be good enough. No one's going to be good enough, and you're never going to be good enough for someone else. So continue on, young soldier. Continue on your path, and don't worry about it. Literally neglect that nature, because we all need this cool down time. You know, you just released someone, and in your cool down time, no matter how much someone's sending you choosing signals, you're sending out choosing signals. In your cool down time, you're recovering and figuring out what you actually want. So, with this one, only choosing someone who chooses you first, I would also say, figure out what you want. You know, figure out what you want and figure out why these people are choosing you. Because if you don't know those two things, you're just setting yourself up for the same failure that you had before. You know, you're setting yourself up to go in the same cycle, the same patterns of abuse. And damn, it was hard the first time. I don't know if you want to do it the second time, you know? So up to you though. Always is. Always is. I'm just letting you know that if you go for someone who doesn't send you choosing signals first, that's a recipe for disaster. So there we go. We're done with our Celedot quest. A little 78 Battle Master here now. Oh, 77. It is 77. You're right. But next time we're doing Allegratio. And I'll probably talk about less depressing things. Hope everybody had a good day, a good time. Oh my goodness, that was long. It was a long episode. There was a lot of yapping. Peace out, brothers. And don't forget to subscribe. If you forget to subscribe, I will unsubscribe from your life. I'm just kidding. I already was unsubscribed from your life. I don't know if you thought I was in there. I'm not